Good morning, everybody. I'm putting eyes on lures this morning. These here are 1/8 ounce lures. They're going to get red eyes. They're going to be gold mine jigs. Good morning, everybody. Hey there, Randy. Hey, is that Bearded? Thank you for coming in. Hey there, Leah. How's it going there? Good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing today? Oh, I'm doing good. Here we go. Been busy this morning. So these again are 1/8 ounce. They're getting the red eye. These are for the gold mine jigs. Now we'll be tying up a few lures this morning. It's going to be a nice hot toasty one today here in Oklahoma. Temperatures aren't going to be too high, but the humidity is going to be the thing that kind of stinks. Good morning, John. Appreciate that. Let me get that pinned up there. Yep, that's our website right there, guys. We do have a chance of rain today. It's been a rainy year. We'll be working tomorrow. We're not doing anything special tomorrow. Let's see here. Hey there, Chris. Good morning. Morning again, everybody. I'm just putting eyes on this morning. I'll be doing this here for maybe 30-40 minutes. Yep, good morning. These will get about 5-6 minutes of UV light. I'm using a UV resin to put over the eyes. I got a company that makes eyes for me, and they've been doing it for years. But you can get eyes on eBay and places like that. Okay, let's get some of these packed up here. These here are for plastics. And we do sell these. Right now we got a sale going on. You buy 3 packs of lures, and these are included too. You buy any 3 packs, we'll throw a pack in there for you. $34 crappie. Oh wow. There's a lot of crappie there. Okay, let's get these hung up on the wall. Go grab some more packages. And again, these are for plastics here. These are a 1/8 ounce that I did up yesterday. And if you're brand new to watching, this is a Bobby Garland lure. And these go on here somewhat like that. So we don't sell plastics, but we do sell the jig heads for plastics. Good morning, good morning. Here we go. They do come in a 6-pack. The next color I'm going to package up, I'm not sure if we have it on the website, but I'm going to try to get it on the website today if it's not on there. And these are the pink lemonade. 4, 5, and 6. That's what they look like in the packages. And we are going to try to, either today or tomorrow, try to get painted jig heads for tying. We're going to try to get those on the website either today or tomorrow. I got to get my wife's help on that because I don't know how to format it. So we are working on some things. Sometimes stuff takes just a little bit of time. We've had a lot of people ask about jig heads, painted jig heads. And so I am working on it. Just taking a little bit of time. Let's see. Yep, good morning everybody again. These should be ready to do. Yep. We do sell these tweezers on our website here. They're really good. They're made by Terra. Let's see, when you're prepping the eyes, what is that board? Oh, it's just a piece of cardboard. I cut it in the shape of where I put the lures in, but it's just a piece of cardboard. And then on this here, that's a piece of foam board that I got from like Walmart or Hobby Lobby. I can't remember what store I got it from. But I got a hole puncher and I put indentions in there so that when you turn it over, that it'll fit in there and it's a little spot and it won't roll over on you. That's all that is. And hey there, Katie. Is that Katie? Okay. Yeah, I'm having a hard time reading some of the messages. How do you find your shop? Oh, our website is rubenfloresjigs.com. We are in Northeast Oklahoma, and the directions, our address, and everything's on the website. I do suggest if you are coming out in person to text me. Text me first. Let me know that you're calling, because we do get a lot of spam phone calls. And then you can call me to meet me up here. We do have some people, they'll drive a couple hours just to be here, to come out to our shop. We do have a lot of lures that are not on the website, and we have a lot of material that's not on the website too. So if you guys, for all those people that want to come out, you guys are welcome to come out. Just let me know when you're coming out. That way I can be here, because sometimes we do take breaks, go out for lunch, doctor's appointments, things like that. Get some more coffee here. Oh man, that coffee's hot. Let me see if I can change this up a little bit. Get that there. Let's see, is it gonna correct itself? There we go. Oh, I could read it a little bit better now. Yeah, our website's right down there. There should be a link right down there. I'll let you know. Right now, I might be here in the next 2-3 hours. You know, I'll be here in the next 2-3 hour business days. Okay. Let's see. How long does it take for the UV resin to dry under the lamp? It typically take. I mean, on the 16th. It depends on the size of the lures. Because on the 24th and the 16th ounce. Oh my goodness, somebody's calling me. Let me get that turned off. Hang on, guys. Let me get my do not disturb on. Okay, there we go. Um, it'll take about 3 or 4 minutes for like maybe the 16th ounce or the 24th ounce. But on the 8th ounce, I like letting them be there for about 5-6 minutes. You know, and it takes even longer for the 1/4 ounce. Let's see. That's if I drive 100 miles an hour. Yeah. Hey there, Colby. How you doing? Hey there, Random. I wonder how long the. I don't know. I don't know the Random. Michael. Yep, smash that like button, everybody. Yeah, that helps out our live stream. That helps out the channel. I had a gentleman call me, and he doesn't do lives on YouTube, and he does lives on TikTok. And he was asking me, he's like, man, I've been doing lives, you know, for probably about 3-4 months maybe on TikTok, and I just can't seem to get people watching. I'm thinking about going to YouTube, and I'm like, well, just, you know, you got to have some kind of uh, something for people to watch. And he makes lures too. He makes pretty good lures. I'm not going to say who he is or anything like that, but nice guy. I get calls probably once a week or text messages on how to get more people to view and follow and watch and all that kind of stuff, you know. And I'm like, you just got to have something interesting that you're doing. You got to have, it helps out if you have a little bit of personality too. I think I'm kind of blandy when it comes to personality. I don't get super excited most of the time, but if you're doing something kind of exciting, you know, that helps out too. 25 hours. Oh my goodness. Way less than I. Yeah. I'm on the boat. Oh, good. Now, Colby, I'm having issues trying to find when you go live. For some reason, when you go live, it's not showing up. And somebody said you had a box or a lure reveal when you opened up our package, and I have not been able to see it. So I need to see if I can try to find it again. I do appreciate you doing videos and stuff like that for us. Kitty, how come you don't sell minnow lures? I don't know what minnow lures. No, I mean these here kind of mimic a mimic. These here do kind of mimic a minnow. They're a crazy looking minnow, but yep. You, but we do have some lures that really look like minnows in the water, like the gray ghost and the shiner, glass minnow. Uh, you know, this gold mine might look a little bit like a goldfish, but we do have some. We do have a lot of different colors. But as I was telling this fella there, I'm like, yeah, you go to YouTube, it's the algorithm slower. Because on TikTok, you go on TikTok, they start pushing the algorithm out there pretty fast, and then it kind of dwindles down a lot of times. But here on YouTube, it kind of works the opposite. It starts out slow as people start communicating in your live and start throwing up likes and taps and all that kind of stuff. Then it starts picking up. But just the word of advice or whatever. Don't, you know, don't expect to be a TikTok or YouTube superstar. I'm not. I'm not a. You know, I don't consider myself. You know, in the upper tier or top tier in my field. Between 3:30 and 5. Oh, okay, okay. Fishing, I can make sure. Yep. Udi, I haven't found a good size swim jig for weedy spots yet. They all $4 plus. Debated on making my own. Yeah, that's what I did. Where are you at, Od? Something to skip the bottom. Retrieve fast. Swim jigs, as in bass jigs. Yep. Okay. These here are 1/8 ounce, and we do make a weedless. We just don't. We used to sell them, the weedless jigs, and they just. We would sell, you know, 1 pack a month, and so we ended up taking that off the website. But we do make a weedless. I'm thinking about doing maybe one color in a weedless and just sticking to that one color and and see how it goes. But we used to do about 5 or 6 different colors of weedless. And they're not too hard to make. There's a couple of different ways to make a weedless bait. Um, and maybe one day I'll make a weedless jig on a live. I did it a long time ago on TikTok, and we did sell a couple of baits, but not a whole lot. But I'm putting on the UV resin here, and I try to get it around all the sides to where it's making contact with the lure, and then I put a quick dab on the top. If you put too much UV resin on there, it'll kind of bleed over, and you'll have a lure that's stuck on the base. Big Bass Lake. Oh, where is that at? Um, can I link Turner's? You probably can, I guess. Here we need a bulk pack of weedless here. Super expensive. Yeah, it does. It does. Lures sometimes do get, when you're fishing for bass lures are expensive. I was at a tackle show this last spring, and had I'd think, who would pay $100 for one lure? and these people had a bass lure out there, and it looked really nice. I'm not going to say their name or anything, but I'm thinking, man, I would not pay $100 for one lure. I mean, I guess if you're really serious about fishing, live streaming or tournament angling or whatever, that's a whole lot of money to pay for one lure. Some of the lures were for anywhere from $200, $300, $400 just for one lure. And I thought that was kind of wild. Yeah, if you got the shaky fingers, this isn't the best thing for you. If you got the shakies. I'm not saying you have Parkinson's or anything, but there's people like my wife and my daughter-in-law, they both have the same shaky fingers. Turner does make weedless stuff. If anything, you can pop in on his lives every evening. Oh yeah, I go to his lives every night. I watch him. I watch Brian. The fancy lures start at $12 here, but I lost $20 yesterday in lures. Yeah, that's a lot of money to be losing. Yeah, these are pretty inexpensive. I do make them pretty fast, but these are pretty inexpensive lures that I make. I make a bunch at a time, and it doesn't show it sometimes in the summer because we are slower, and I don't work as fast in the summertime. I stay steady though. I stay steady working, building lures. These in the summertime, I'm getting ready for fall. That's what I'm doing. I'm getting ready for the fall bite because it'll go bonkers here. It will go crazy. I had the shakes when I learned. Now I shake as much as I'm searching. Yeah. Rocky, how are you doing? I was around since you were at 1K, and you might not remember me, but your work so well. I bought quite a while ago. They lasted so long. Oh, well, thank you there, Rocky. Yep. I appreciate that. I am having to move to the side a little bit to read comments, so I might not get every comment that comes in. Just letting you guys know. Do I make a gar lure? Many hairy looking that was snag. Yeah, I do. I do at times. That would be something good to make and do a video on a gar lure. I have made them in the past. We have fished with them. We've done pretty decent with them. I don't really go targeting gar a whole lot, but I have some friends that like fishing for gar. And a lot of times when I'm making a gar lure, I'm making it out of a circle hook, and I'll use a trailer on the hook. So I might start with a 7/0 hook and then do a trailer. Oh, there's another name for it, and I can't remember right now, but it's another hook on the back end that's about 5-6 inches from the main hook, and I'll ravel a bunch of fishing line on there so that when the gar bites, it'll get all tangled up. But you got people down in South Texas and Louisiana, they're catching this big old monster gar down there. Down here or up here in Oklahoma, our gar don't get ginormous or anything by any means. That'd be something to do. Need inspiration. Look at the big bass shops. And oh, really? Yeah. Huge gar coming out of that. Let's see. I am tired today. I don't know what it is. I just feel like I'm worn out. You ever guys get that way where you just feel like you're just, I don't want to say running ragged. It might be the word though. We do have a website, everyone, and our website is rubenfloresjigs.com. rubenfloresjigs.com. Let me get some of this stuff cleared. I got to some tackiness going. Oh, right there, going on right there, guys. I sprayed some hand sanitizer on there. There's alcohol on there, and alcohol does break up the UV resin. Okay, which one did I do last? I got that. Let's go over here and get these. Okay, let's see what these feel like. Oh, those are nice. Those are some nice eyes there. Take a gander of those there. We only got needle nose gar. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it does come off. So if you're fishing in a lake that has a lot of Jack Daniels in there, or Jose Cuervo, your eyes might fall off. Yeah, it does come up pretty fast. And I use the hand sanitizer on that. Any hand sanitizer, except the gel. If you use a gel, that's not right, but I use a hand sanitizer to clean off the table. Yeah, the other day I overfilled my little jar of UV resin, and it spilled over and got on the table, or it overflowed. So if you ever get any UV resin on you, I always keep some sanitizer spray, wipe my hands off, and also to clean off some of the UV residue that's left over. Oh, well, thank you there. Appreciate that. Hey there, Wayman. Is acetone? Yeah, acetone works great. It stink up the shop pretty good. Yeah, yeah. I have used acetone before. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, acetone is oh, I guess a chemical that it does clean off jewelry, and it does clean off jewelry really well. It also works on powder coating and some of the acrylic paints that some people use for lures. I used to use the acetone when I used to hand paint lures. I would also use acetone as a dipping process for when we did the ice blades. We used to make ice blades years ago. We did, oh, I guess you call it an acrylic dip with acetone, and it would put all these really nice colors on the lures. Use it to get, oh yeah, yeah. What kind of knot do you, when I fish? Oh, thank you for the new order there, Mike Sloan. Thank you so much, Mike. If you're in here, Mike, appreciate you. If you guys see Mike in here, make sure to throw out some W's for Mike. What kind of knot do I use? I mainly use just a regular clinch knot or a super clinch when I fish. I have used a polymer knot. Polymer knots are okay, but I just use a simple clinch knot or a super clinch. Yeah, there's a bunch of really good knots. When I do the big circle hooks and I'm making rigs, I'll use a like a no knot snail when I'm making catfish rigs. But when I'm tying jigs on my line, I like double rigging it, and so when I do a double rig, I'll do a drop loop knot on the top lure, and I'll do the super clinch on the bottom. It to me, I haven't the term clinch knot. I didn't know that term till I don't know, maybe 10 years ago. I just always called it a fisherman's knot. And then I started watching Dieter Melhorn here on YouTube, and he talked about all the knots. I'm like, oh, it's a super clinch. That's what I've been trying all these years. If you guys haven't watched Dieter, he's pretty good to watch. Good guy. New order. Is that you there? Who did that? Was that you, Random? Oh, Michael. Yep, Michael. Yeah, thank you, Michael, if you're in here. I use a surgeon knot. Yeah, I like surgeon knots. Those work good. I'll use a surgeon knot sometimes if I'm making my own sabiki rigs, and I'm trying to fish for oh I'll put like 2 or 3 lures on a line. Have you used the uni knot? Uni knot's okay. I tie it every so often, not a whole lot. Uni knot works all right. Easy to make. Yeah, there are a lot of knots are out there. You know. Hey there, Remington. Polymer. Yep, I like polymer. Yep. Yeah. A lot of the knots, and I don't get. I mean, I know the majority of the knots out there, and there's some really cool knots out there. I'm just letting you guys know there's a bunch of really nice knots um, that are out there. And but to me, I just always tie that fisherman's knot. It always works for me. I don't think I've ever lost a crappie or a sand bass, white bass, whatever, uh, because of the knot that I tied. I've, you know, and the same goes with catfishing. Um, Sometimes I'll use. I like tying my catfish rig that I prefer is not a Santee Cooper. Though I sometimes like using Santee Cooper, but I use a Kentucky rig when I catfish, and basically use that same format for when I'm tying up my double crappie rig. But some people are very particular about their knots. Me, I just use the same knots I've been tying for years. Let's see. Yeah, you get some rest, man. Uh, Double whip knot when I use double. Oh yeah, double fly setup. Let's see. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. You got that right. 5 o'clock somewhere. Yeah. Somewhere in Spain, somebody's clocking out because it's 5 o'clock over there. So these here are 5mm eyes, and I get asked a lot where I get my eyes. I have a fellow that makes my eyes for me. Matter of fact, I think he's up in Indiana. But you can get eyes on eBay and Amazon, and sometimes you can get good eyes if you go to Alibaba. But I tried Alibaba a long time ago, and I would get a sheet of eyes, and some of the eyes, they were all just different. You could tell there was just a difference in them. And the last thing I want to do is put an eye on a lure, and somebody gets my lure and they go, "Oh, look at that. These two different eyes." So I got a fella up in Indiana. I had a fella up in Minnesota, I believe, Minnesota or Michigan. They used to do eyes. They would mass produce eyes for dolls, lures, and for toys and stuff like that. And during COVID, they quit producing eyes for fishing lures. So I had to scramble and find me another eye guy. Hey there, Caden. How you doing there, brother? I'm just putting on eyeballs. Getting these eyes all tied up. Or tied up. All getting these eyes all glued up. Or getting the eyes glued. I don't know where I got the tied up from. Maybe because we were talking about tying knots a while ago. Mix them random. Only got beer. And Jack Colby. Keep the Jack to mix my Fanta. You like drinking Fanta? Is that Colby they're talking? That's random. Let's see. I thought that was for coffee. I haven't had a drink of alcohol in years. One of my sisters got married a few years, I say a few, probably about, what, 12, 14 years ago. And they had champagne there. I think that was the first time I ever drank champagne. It's pretty good, but I just don't really drink alcohol. Okay, these here are going to be for the striker jig. They're going to be for the striker and whatever other colors I tie, but mainly these are for the striker jig. We do put orange on some of the blackheads. We'll put orange on them. What other color? The pearl for the midnight jig. Midnight jig is pretty. I like fishing with the midnight jig. How many of you guys are taking a 4-day weekend? How many of you guys are doing a 4-day weekend? I think my son-in-law is off today. I'm not sure. I know he's off tomorrow. Yeah, if you're coming in for the first time, this is how I do my eyes on the lures. These here are 1/8 ounce. I'm getting some UV resin on them. Make sure to subscribe because I do a lot of other things too. Yesterday I was pouring and painting heads. I didn't tie a single jig yesterday. It's the first time that's happened in a long time. Hello, hello. Yep, welcome in everybody. I'll be tying here in a little bit. I got a lot of gold mines to tie up. I think the winter time it probably takes longer in the winter time than it does in summertime to put eyes or for the UV resin to cure. Let's see here. I thought you found your gold mine. Yeah. I've been fishing, listening to Morgan Wallen ever since school has let out. Oh, cool. I wish somebody would pay me. Yeah, me too. I have my class reunion coming up, and I grew up in South Texas, and I graduated in 1985. And I haven't seen some of these people, since graduation. You know, some of the people I'm not really going to know because we almost had 300 students when I graduated. I think it was 288 people that graduated. I wasn't friends with everybody, but it'll be kind of neat to meet some of these people and see some of these people that I haven't seen in like 40 years. Be nice to shake hands with them and have some kind of a strange accent when I talk to them. I know, I just want to do something funny, I guess. Yeah, back in the 1900s, just shake their hands. Woo, doggy, it's good to meet you here, fella. Oh, I haven't seen you since we graduated. Have some kind of a weird, strange accent. They they don't do any kind of. I don't. I think it's just a gathering where people meet and stuff. I don't think they're doing anything super special or. Um, we all had to vote for like class clown and who's going to succeed or who's going to do this or that, and I don't think they bring any of that kind of stuff up. But I think I want to go to this one here because I don't know if I'll be around for the 50-year reunion. You know, you just never know. My wife graduated 20 minutes from here, her high school. And she doesn't really care to go to any reunions. Hey there, Burke. How you doing there, brother? This one here is for the Fire Tiger. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, tomorrow's Friday, the 4th. I will be doing the drawing at, my normal regular time. Even though it's the 4th of July, I'm still going to be working tomorrow. I'm not doing anything special. So about 5:30, 5:40 Central Time, we'll have our drawings. Our memberships went down. We went from 120 down to like 80. We had a few people last month that were buying memberships for other people. Yeah, our memberships are down. Which, the good part of that is, if you are a member, that gives you greater chances to win. You'll have a greater chance to win. Oh, Catfish Charlie? Yeah, I've used that stuff. I've probably caught a couple of catfish using that. It works okay. I've used another one called, I think it's Catfish Pro. I think I've caught maybe one catfish off that bait. Most of the time I'll just use cut shad. But if you can't get shad, you got to resort to a lot of other stuff. There is a really good bait out there that I've used, and I've caught a bunch of blue cats and channels with it. And it's Catfish Suki, the Danny King brand. That stuff works good because it has chicken gizzards in there, and it is a punch bait, and it has chunks of gizzards in there that you could actually put on the hook too, and that's pretty good bait. I like that bait. Oh, somebody will. Somebody will get some memberships. We'll get them back up there. Again, those were the free memberships that came, that I think Jeremy and some of these other people bought, and they'll come back, or we'll get some new members. Ooh, doing that off screen. I don't need to do that off screen. I do appreciate all the company I'm getting in here. Yeah, we haven't been to Texas in about a year. It'll be good to see family. Oh, I'm doing good. How you doing there, Saving Grace? I am doing pretty good. Just doing some eyes. Eye time. Again, I will be going live pretty much all day tomorrow. We're not doing anything special. We will be doing the same thing I usually do. I am going to try to go fishing next week somewhere. Let's put these eyes back up. Okay, get some silver eyes. Silver. Silver, silver, silver. Oh. Oh, really? Hang on. New Zealand, I stayed up especially to wish each and everyone happy Independence Day. Oh, thank you there. Especially Ruben for your time. Not coming. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Happy 4th of July, friends. What time is it over there right now? I appreciate you. Yeah, it'll be tomorrow is the 4th. So I get is today the 4th over there? It's the 4th somewhere. It has to be the 4th in China, I guess. Yeah, I appreciate that. Oh yeah, okay. Well, happy 4th of July over there then. Yep. Oh my goodness, 2 in the morning. Well, thanks for coming in all the time. You watch, and I know the times are kind of odd over there. Not for you, but for, me trying to fathom someone staying up so late. But thank you. Yeah, I'm going to take a break here in just a little bit. I've been on here for a little over an hour. And when I do come back, I'm going to be tying up some lures. So I'm going to pull the order that just came in. And then I'm going to make a list of the lures I got to tie. Because I know we're going low. We're running low on some of the lures. Okay. Got the Flowcast hat on today. Vincenzo, how's it going, Vincenzo? Yep, you have a good night. Get some rest. We'll see you, let's just say, in about 7 hours. Okay, we'll catch you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. You guys have a good day. And where do I get the ice from? I got a guy that makes them for me. And but you can get them on eBay. And again, the guy that makes the ice for me, he does wholesale. And so you got to have all your tax stuff there, but you can get them. I think you could get them on eBay. I think he sells his eyes on eBay and a lot of different other platforms. But I'll catch you guys later. Thank you again for watching. You guys have a great day. Goodbye. God bless.